All right. Yes, I agree. Now, I have one specific Snapchat thought in mind that I would like to conversate about.
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe you know who I'm talking about. We're gonna call her um Beth. Should we call her Beth?
Oh yeah, Beth. That's perfect.
All right, Beth. So Beth is this girl. All right, I've known Beth since sixth grade. Simon's known Beth since freshman year, and I've
Yeah.
I've slowly seen the development of like a fake whore. Like it's gotten to the point.
Whore tendencies for sure.
It's like
They going crazy.
she's one of these females that goes out and acts like she's a complete whore, dresses
Mm-hmm.
super skankily, but when you try to ask
Skankly.
her for any sort of like, like you want to go out with her, she's like, "No, I'm a female of God. I love Jesus." And you're like,
Yeah,
"Buddy,
Jesus whore.
what the fuck, dude?" It's like, "All
I
right,
want to give my pussy to Jesus, baby.
it's like, do you want me to put it in your butthole then? Like, I don't understand. Like, where do you want me to
Yeah.
stick my cock then? Like, just explain that to me. And by no
Meanwhile,
means is this supposed to be derogatory towards women or how they dress or how they
oh no, I
act.
love women.
I personally don't care. I personally don't care, but it does get on my nerves and annoy me sometimes. But that's not even the part about Beth that annoys me. So starting with Beth, if I'm gonna load up my Snapchat here for a second and look at her Snapchat, it's all her complaining, saying, "Slide up, nobody talks to me." When then I know for sure, I know for certain she's showed me she has 350 unread Snapchats. Okay, do you understand the
That is,
massive a number? That's insane.
that's like more than I've ever received.
It's like it's like clearly she's going out of her way to try to meet other guys that don't even live in the state or like are even our country. It's like
Yeah, because she knows she won't be affected by
yeah,
anything at all.
because it's like there's probably not even 300 there's not even 350 guys in our grade. Even if she was texting half of the guys at her school, which I highly doubt, then it's like who is she texting? Who is she getting a hold of? It's like it really doesn't make sense to me. And then she complains, she's like, "I'm so alone. Nobody loves me." Ah.
Get a better personality than idiot.
And it's like people wonder why they call her a slut or a whore or whatever these mean derogatory terms are, but it's just like act how you want to be called or act how you want to be treated. It's like me and you are fucking, I don't know, like fucking white trash hood rats, and that's how we got treated as white trash hood rats. And
Yeah, I don't care.
that's
Like
just
I accept that.
yeah, it's just like if you're gonna act a certain way, accept that that's how you're acting, and don't try to combat it. More accept the lifestyle. It's worse when somebody doesn't accept really what they're doing and they don't take accountability for it, even if it's something just as minor as something like that, as what
Yeah, it's
Beth
like
is doing.
they're not even like self-aware at that point. They're just
No,
I'm
it's
gonna go get Mom some food.
okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. No, it's honestly complete idiocracy. Idiocracy, I believe would be the correct term for
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Samantha,
What?
can you shut my door all the way, please? I don't want no kitties coming in. Thank you. But basically back
I
to
got a
us.
cat with me right now, bro.
Fucking Pickles.
Yeah, I got
Can
pickles.
can
with
we
me.
get a fat shout out to Pickles on stream?
Oh
But
yeah, he's sleeping though.
but anyway, like this girl Beth, all right, fucking not to be confused with Rick and Morty's Beth, because she's an absolute fucking unit. Let's be honest here. MILF status, 100%.
Oh yeah, easy.
But this girl Beth is very attractive. Would you agree with me, Simon? She's a pretty attractive young woman.
Yeah, yeah.
By my
Yes.
by my
Her
standards,
personality's trash.
if
but
if
yeah.
we're not throwing in personality and just it's the whole thing that's not even bothering me with her, but bothering me with girls nowadays is that they're all so quick to jump on white girl trends. You literally cannot tell the difference between them. It's like a cloning factory. I sound like a fucking 1970s hippie, like fight the machine, everybody's the same. But it literally is starting to feel like that. You go to school, all the girls are wearing the exact
They're
same
wearing the exact
clothes,
same things.
they talk the exact same way, and I feel like it's really hurting the female image.
No, it's just like you look at it in a economic standpoint, right? You got all this dirty money in the equation. It slanders the reputation of everyone else. And
Yeah,
everything else. So like you get certain group of things that are just bad or you don't want to associate yourself with, then it hurts everything else. And yeah, just like going to the mall or school, every high school girl dresses and like stands and walks like the exact same. And I'm not like okay, like it and I'm not just saying that to say that. Like I would only say that if it's actually like a thing that I notice, you know, and I'm sure you've noticed the same shit.
well, yeah,
but, like,
of course, everybody notices it. Nobody just recognizes it because people are too afraid that they're gonna get stamped as a woman hater or somebody that hates females. And it's just like, it's sad in nowadays society that people can't speak their mind and be open about what they say without being called a bigot or a racist or a sexist.
we live in a society.
We do live in a society. Honestly, bro, it is a society.
Yeah.
No, but honestly,
No.
I'm tired of these cookie cutter girls. It literally looks like they came out of like a flat iron, and it's just like, I'm sorry to break it to you ladies out there, but there's 10,000 other females that are as attractive to you or more attractive. Do something to make yourself unique. Do something to make yourself stand out. Like, dye your hair, paint your nails weird color, have a different fashion sense. It's like,
Or even just talk differently and talk how you want to talk.
yeah, because
I
like,
know all of them don't want to be that way. That's why they're all sad all the time, because they're trying their best to conform to something that just isn't a good thing to conform to, you know?
and honestly, I think it hurts their intelligence, because I know a lot of these girls that back before high school, where everybody had to be exactly the same and all trendy and everything, which I think is complete bullshit and annoying. But it's like, they were actually intelligent people. Like Beth, I would hold a conversation to her and talk with her all night because she was a really good friend of mine. I enjoyed her company. But it's like, we hit high school and just bam, like that. It's something like flicks in these girls' brains that they just have to
Yeah,
conform.
Yeah, I've only known her since the change, I guess. And
Yeah.
So I have like basically nothing like that stands out to say about her. It's just the same. It's like, yeah, she's pretty annoying. Doesn't like I can tell that she's just fake and stupid.
And it's unlike it's only us that notices. I was talking to one of her close friends. We're gonna call her Tiffany. I was talking to Tiffany. I talked to Tiffany quite a bit. Tiffany's a pretty decent friend of mine. I've known Tiffany again, just like Beth, since 6th grade.
Yeah.
I talk to Tiffany a lot. She's a super good friend to me. Anyway, but it's not just me that notices changes like this in people due to their environment. It's like
What do you mean?
it's like people these females, these girls are changing based on what environment they're put into. When they're put into a high
Yeah.
school setting like that, I feel like they feel forced to conform, or else they're just gonna be just the fuckhead of the school.
Well, it's kind of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, mainly just teenage girls.
But in all reality, by doing that, you're just proving you're a bigger fuckhead than not.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I couldn't name one unique thing about Beth or any number of, like, 10th through 11th grade
Like,
girls.
Like, I know maybe like it's even odd anymore to find a female that even watches something like anime, because it's just, ew, it's anime. It's weird. It's kind of
No,
odd.
they just watch Grey's Anatomy and fucking Gilmore Girls and just
Like-
stupid stuff like that. you
Like
know?
it's kind of creepy at this point. It is kind of creepy. It feels like somebody fucking put a goddamn brainwash spell on them. It's weird. Like, it's genuinely weird.
Yeah, every girl that I've like tried to like level with on a more personal level with, like, oh yeah, what motivates you, whatever, like stuff like that. It's always the same answers. It's always like, oh yeah, I really enjoy just like watching TV and all this stuff, and like, oh my gosh, like they you know, like, just it's the same lingo for every single one of them.
Yeah, it's the
And
same.
It's gotten to a point where like yeah, I know how to talk to them and I can tolerate them sometimes, but it's just it's every single person.
Yeah, it's like what humans have been fighting for thousands of years since the beginning of man is individualism. And now that we finally have individualism and freedom in the United States for the past 200 years, slowly individualism has completely just gone away. It honestly acts more like society anymore is more of a hive mind. And it's like you see it, you even see
Huh.
it in, you see it in the males too. You see it you see it in the males too. It's not just the females that are
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is everyone.
doing this shit. And it's just like it's also the these people say that they're open-minded and that they're never judge anybody, but you walk up
Hmm.
to them and you say the fact that you smoked weed or smoked a cigarette, you are the most fucking disgusting, vile person on the planet. You might as well have cut a baby's throat because you smoked a little marijuana.
Yeah, yeah. I think religion plays a big role in that. I
Yeah,
think, like their parents obviously play a big role. Like, um, yeah, it's truly just toxic. Like you can't, you have to live your life a certain way, and if you don't, then you're just fucking crucified
yeah,
because it wasn't the way that they want, or not even want, just the way that they think is good.
yeah. It's
Like,
like I got
good
I.
is such a, yeah.
It's such a subjective term. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people can't really understand that, and it's the moral rights of society that's been instilled into these people that makes them think a certain way. It's like all the political agendas and all the agendas about how you should act properly in society and everything are ground into your brain since you're a kindergartner. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad
Yeah,
because people don't figure that out for themselves.
yeah, with me it was interesting because I came from a very, or I come from a really religious background, and from my whole life till eighth grade, I was only surrounded by Christians, and I hated it. Like anyone who is a Christian and you're watching this, whatever, like
Like
I respect your faith, but what I don't respect is just the way that you treat or the stigmas that you just instantly believe
yeah,
about people
just
who aren't.
just because I'm not Christian, I'm a bad person. No, it's like, come on. It's like I donate to charity, I do charity streams. It's like I try to volunteer as much as I can. I don't get around to it a lot, but if I can, I will. I like to give money to the homeless. It's like just because I'm Christian doesn't mean I don't have morals. And it's the whole
Yeah,
fact of these people pushing the religion on you
uh-huh.
because that's the only right way.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, why can't people just be looked at as people? Why are they classified by, like, to go even further, like skin color, region, grade?
Yeah,
Granted, like there is a certain level of like intelligence that you need to understand about groups of people from different age groups, but still, like, or like drug use or religious backgrounds, like everyone looks at that and just instantly makes conclusions.
yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like it's like you're coming to conclusions about me when you don't even know who I am, and it's like maybe that's what we were just doing with the females, but it's not. It's not. We weren't coming to a conclusion not based on facts. It's like we see it every day, and it's
no,
like
we lived through that.
we lived through that hell. We lived through high school. It's like we've been there, we've done that. We're online school now. Fuck high school, dude. High school fucking sucks. Dr. Bean, if you
Hell
ever
yeah,
watch
yeah,
this, fuck you. Resource officers, fuck you. Uh, most of the teachers except Mr. Hagen, fuck you. Um,
yeah. Mr. Hagen was my man, dog.
he's the fucking goat, dude. I love that man. Um, but it's like it's kind of ridiculous at this point
Hmm.
that everything in society is just has to be one way or it's not the right way. And I feel like these groups like the LGBTQ plus Z2 1AHO and the Black Lives Matter and stuff, by doing these movements and stuff, you're separating yourself more from just being
Yeah,
a human. It's like just don't worry about that stuff is because it's like this upcoming generations, like even if you listen to us, it's like we don't see race, we don't see skin color, we don't see gender, even though I don't understand the whole transgender, bipolar, opposite. I don't understand any of that, but I'll accept it because it's your lifestyle. I'm not there to tell you it's wrong, and so you
And
shouldn't
there
do.
are always great people
Yeah,
who are like like yeah, there was this one kid we both had our world studies with I don't even know what name to come up with. Fucking
does it start with an L?
yeah.
So okay, we'll call him L.
Yeah, yeah, they were super cool. Like, you
Yeah,
could have a conversation
they
with
were
them. They didn't push their
they
agenda,
they were just a normal person, and it's like I think that
and they were
these
great to talk to.
I think
For
that
real.
these gays and transgenders probably don't support all this pushiness of it on society. It's like I don't think that this shit should be pushed on our kids. There should be a really like I don't feel like a kid should be born and choose their own gender. It's like you're born with a gender, and if you want to change that later, I guess you can. I don't understand it, but it's like if it makes sense to these people, it makes sense.
Yeah, and obviously, yeah, I had a conversation about it, and they were pretty wise about instead of being really abrasive about it, they like they embraced it, and they were like, you know, like it's me, and like a lot of people don't accept it, and it just
Yeah.
really makes me mad, and I can see how like the community as a whole would just be so upset by not being accepted. But like if you just live your life doing that, it's not going to lead to any good.
Yeah.
It's only going to lead to good if you just like kind of share your thoughts in a way that's like an actual human, just like conversating, you know?
Yeah. And it's like that's another reason I don't support organized religion at all. Again, I'm not saying religion is bad. Everybody has their own cup of tea, but it's like religion is the most they're just groups of closed-minded people. It's just that's just how it is. They're closed-minded. They because some fucking book that was written by some madman 10,000 fucking billion years ago says gay bad. Fucking gays are bad. Let's not fucking support them as humans. Let's not be friends with them because they're gay. Like, okay.
And it goes as far as to call it an abomination.
Yeah, it's like that's not an abomination. Maybe it is a little bit of a chemical imbalance in the brain. I don't know what makes somebody gay. I don't know what makes somebody transgender. But it's like I've talked to many transgenders and gays and lesbians, and they're all just normal people.
Not all, but like do you mean like the people you talk to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the
yeah.
ones that are not normal, and I hate to say this. It sounds really bad, but it's the ones that hop on the train and they're like wake up one day and they're just like, I'm a boy. It's like no, it's like the transgenders and shit that I know have been fucking struggling with this shit for like almost their whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It definitely interesting to kind of see different groups of people's opinions. And yeah, something about like I I can understand and grasp a religion. I've been there, right?
Yeah,
But, and I understand that there's a ton of good things that have come out of it, tons of great
but I mean, not really.
ministries and organizations. No, but, there has.
I
But
mean,
there's
if
been just as many just terrible,
if we
unspeakable things.
if we look at it and we weigh the goods and bads what religion has brought to the world, religion set us back almost 500 years. The Dark Ages were a thing because of the Church of England. That set technology. We would be 500 years more advanced than we are now if religion wouldn't
Yeah,
have been a
because
thing.
they didn't teach people how to read.
No.
Because of it.
Nope. No.
Yeah, 'cause
Reading
they're so
books.
corrupt and they just take money. Yeah,
Books were
that's true.
evil. Books are evil. Religion was just, in my opinion, invented just to take, or it's just a tax on people that don't understand.
There is some wisdom from uh the the Bible. I think certain books were written by legitimate philosophers and not legitimate like prophets per se, but just people who kind of had to um they they tried to get people to have a little bit better morals, you know, because in
Yeah.
those times too, people were just running around raping each other. They had to find some way to get people to stop, and the only way people would listen was a supreme power. You
Yeah.
know?
They used it to control the people, and that's exactly what they did, and it worked. But it's just like look at stuff like the Crusades or like the Jewish or the Jews in Egypt. It's like throughout time, all religion has caused is trouble.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of really good church organizations that help the poor, that help the homeless. And there's a lot of good like the Christian people, the people themselves, most of them are pretty good people. But the only problem I have with them again is just going back to that understanding thing and the accepting of people that don't believe the same as you.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Yeah. Um.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna step back a notch because we just went wild on fucking topics right there. We literally just dropped like 20 goddamn bombshells. So I'm gonna drop back. We're gonna drop it back a little bit back to Beth because I pulled up Beth's story and I wanna give you guys a little reading off it. Again, like I said, this female has 360 plus unread snaps. That's an unbelievable number. Unbelievable. And it's like she's not famous or anything. No, she's not famous. She has like 800 Instagram followers. She's not getting DMs or snaps because she's famous. She's going out and seeking these people. And let's see. She put a YOLO up that says slide up and cure my boredom. TBH's boyfriend applications anything. Might post them. If you're so fucking bored, go out and do something with your life. Play a video game. Go outside and play sports. Go for a run. Do something. Interact with your community. Don't sit there and fucking complain that nobody's hitting you up when you have 360 text messages.
Yeah, with you and me specifically too. You and me literally have no interaction with anyone right now.
And I'm
You don't see us complaining about it.
yeah, it's like no, it is what it is. Shit happens and you gotta fucking deal with it. It's just
Yeah,
like
we've yeah.
it's like all these girls do is post of them crying on their private stories and bitching and complaining, but they don't make a change.
Yeah, they just sit back and they don't even like take things in either.
It's like
people like Beth at least.
it's like
That's what I mean by that.
it's like I feel like all these girls do is they just use me as something just for somebody just to come and unload their problems on, and I try to give them a solution. I try to help them with their problems, and it's just none of my solutions are ever valid. They just literally want people to feel sorry for them. They want the attention.
They don't even want the solutions. They just
They want
the fact that they're talking to someone so that they can brag about it or
They-
go off and tell someone.
They just want attention. That's all they want. It's like she just wants to feel cool because she has 360 unread Snapchat messages. Like
Okay.
okay, it's like I have like literally 1,000 plus unread messages on PlayStation. I don't go around flexing that. Why would I go flex that? What's cool about that?
No one cares.
It's like if you
And-
eventually add enough people, because like I played on that PlayStation account for like 4 years or something, so I have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of friends, hundreds and hundreds of group chats. So it's just like it's not cool. It doesn't make you cool.
Yeah, like having a platform to be able to talk to people with is just stupid in and of itself. The fact that people will be like, yeah, I talked to this many people, whatever, like, or have this many messages, or like hit me up, I'm bored. Why not just hang out with people you actually want to spend time with? And
Yeah, exactly. Go hang out and go. It's like I'll talk to these girls over the phone or I'll text them and they'll be all lovey-dovey towards me, all lovey-dovey. You're the fucking greatest. Your fucking cock is the size of a goddamn fucking mountain. I go to school and try to talk to them and they just fucking run away like a little bitch.
yeah,
Peop-
they
People people talk big and they say big things behind the screen because they know there's no repercussion. To anybody out there saying like, "Oh, you're only doing that now on Discord," I will send you my address and you can roll up to my house and I will have a one-on-one conversation with you.
No, I've had these conversations with everyone I consider to be a real friend, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like just unloading to anyone, but really, sometimes some people though, the only way they'll listen is if someone on the other side is kind of going through the same stuff they are.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times it's all just a cry for attention. It's just attention. These females, these people, not even females in general, these guys too, they all just thrive on attention. They will do
They're all too
anything.
horny.
They will do, yeah, they will, well, yeah, well, you say that, but, none of them fucking put out, so that's fucking completely
Yeah.
invalid. They fucking act like, it's like, if you're gonna fucking act like a horn dog and say you wanna suck my dick, come suck my dick. Don't fucking be a bitch about it, like, come on. It sounds bad, but, like, come on.
Or like all these girls too who just don't understand. Like they'll go on social media on like the like your stories and be like, oh, you're so cute, whatever. Like those anonymous messages are like they mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's all just females sending it to other females. It doesn't matter if the female literally looks like
Just
fucking
talk.
Jabba the
Just
Hutt.
talk.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if she looks like Jabba the Hutt. She is the most adorable, cutest, fucking prettiest bitch ever to her best friends. And I mean, I guess it is a good way, and it is a good thing. It does boost morale, and it is a nice thing to say. But I feel like
But that's
peop-
not how the real world works.
that it
dog.
isn't.
You gotta hang out with those people.
people sugarcoat everything and try to make everything all sunshine and rainbows, and these people are stuck in their own little bubbles with their own problems when there's people out on the streets getting shot because they're hustling drugs trying to pay bills and fucking feed their kids, and all they can
Yeah.
fucking worry about is whether Brad's gonna goddamn text them back. It's like, come on.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's like it's like, I'm sorry to say, it's like your problems don't matter. It's like I have a lot of problems in my life. You have a lot of problems in your life, but it's like we don't make them other people's problems. It's like if
Yeah, I would never want to. Is the thing.
It's like I do enjoy going to my friends and talking about my problems to them because it does help me. But it's like I'm not going to go on social media and complain about it. I'm actually going to
crying or something.
I'm actually going to go directly to somebody and be like, hey, I'm feeling really down. I really need to talk. And it's like, I've done that before. I do that all the time when I'm feeling really down and I need somebody to cheer me up. I go hit up one of my friends. I'm like, hey, I need to cheer up. I need someone to pick me up.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I mean,
And it's like, and the way to do that isn't anonymous YOLO messages. It's like, it's like half of the things on Beth's Instagram story. Hold up, let me pull Beth's, I'm at Snapchat story up again. Like, people, this man, this man right here, the bloody legend. He said, you say this, but leave people undelivered for 3 hours. If you're bored, get off your ass and text somebody. That is the best thing I have heard all day.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No, okay.
It's crazy, dude.
Confirmed. Somebody said on her YOLO, if you're fucking bored, maybe respond to your 200 Snapchats. She said 398, but no thanks. I'm talking to who I want to. If you're talking to who you want to, why are you putting up on your story for random people to slide up? I would like to see how many people Beth has added on Snapchat. I think I have a solid 30 or 40, maybe.
I have 9.
I have quite.
I only talk to people who I actually enjoy talking to, and I have no interest in all the people adding me just because I'm cute or just because whatever. I don't care.
And it's like I
don't
do.
care.
And it's
I
like
don't care.
I do have people added from different states and different countries and stuff like that. But that's because I've actually met them somewhere and I've had made like a connection. Either I met them on a video game or I just met them in an Instagram comment section or whatever. It's like I feel like people like
You're
Beth.
not just using them to dump out your problems.
Like I feel like people like Beth. There's an interesting app I was looking at the other day. It's an app called Wink. I installed it. I looked at it. And it's literally an app. It's called Wink. All right, I'm gonna give it an open right now. You get gems, and basically it's like Tinder for Snapchat. You just swipe, and it auto adds people on Snapchat. And I bet you 100% that's what these people do. They go on these apps and they just swipe and add hundreds and hundreds of random people.
Yeah.
It's honest.
Jeez.
It's really annoying. Oh, holy shit! This has been a mouthful.
Yeah, man.
These are good conversations though.
Yeah.
All right, we got to touch on one more topic. All right, we touched on females. All right, so far to recap, we've touched on females conforming, and like the general teenage girl. We talked about Beth and how much Beth personally annoys the fuck out of me. Um, let's see. What
Religion.
we talked about religion, man. We've hit on a lot of topics. Damn. I wanna, I wanna hit on religion in schools and in the workplace. What do you think about it?
Hmm. I think people should never introduce themselves by a certain faith or a certain like a
Okay, so
people get too caught up and they think just because they think some way and like, okay, yeah, you use religion to cope and it's done some great things in your life, whatever, like, but they're unwilling to even go to like the human aspect of things. Like, it all has to be in the lens of religion instead of people.
yeah, and
Um,
it's like it's
so I think
basically
it definitely could be a problem in the workplace or school because you could blame so many things on stuff that just isn't right and
oh
just
yeah.
kind of lie to yourself. Like, say you get fired because, um, what's like a specific thing? Yeah, you get fired because since you're a Christian and you like insult someone who comes in just because like they're gay or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like if they're directly influencing the company's revenue and like overall efficiency just because of their own agenda, then shouldn't be there in the first place.
That's
Because the
like
company is there to make money, or the school is there to help you learn. It's not there
that's
to
like
help you.
that's like the whole Muslim
Yeah,
thing, like them having to stop like 5 times a day and fucking pray to the goddamn sun is just like that's very interruptive in the workplace and very interruptive in schools.
yeah. I think for those people especially, because the way you're brought up, if you're brought up, uh, I know me personally, I was brought up with a very strong Christian lens and influence on everything, and it did help me establish a lot of good morals and things that have helped me make certain decisions of just like adult decisions, I guess. I don't know,
Yeah.
but um, like the roots of it help, but it's just all the little things and all the like
People
uh,
people take
generalities, I guess.
people take religious too seriously. Like in my opinion,
Hmm.
like the way I take like the Bible, the Quran, whatever the fuck Muslims read or some shit, the
That's the
Torah.
Quran, yeah.
It's yeah, and then like the Torah on Ra or whatever, all that shit.
Yeah,
Um, I feel like whoever wrote those weren't writing about an actual God. They were just writing just stories to try to help people through their life.
exactly. Yeah, that's definitely the way I view it and how everyone should view it. Because
People
just
people
think
take
if
everything on a
people,
surface level.
yeah, if they had actually understood the metaphors and understood the applications, they would realize, okay, um, they would just be better people. They would accept everyone. They would like, yeah, man,
Like I bet you
it's kind of ridiculous.
I bet
Also,
like I bet you 90% of Christians haven't even read the Bible.
yeah,
Like all they've heard is what's just been fed to them in church. Like they don't think for themselves. Again, it's going back to just everybody being part of just one sort of hive mind. And I feel like that's
yeah.
kind of the goal of religion. Is just to create one sort of hive mind like society where everybody thinks alike.
Here's my opinion on that. Um, like I said before, I respect your faith, and I respect kind of your way of living, although it's not for me. But when it becomes a problem is when, like, I'm not saying like, yeah, you have to meet these requirements, but if you don't have personal experiences or like applications that don't just go surface level, and everyone knows the difference between surface level and like actual shit, so it's like,
Yeah.
um yeah, someone comes up to me and says an opinion of like, oh, you shouldn't do this because it's bad. Why?
Yeah, it's just
uh
it's just
yeah, I can't respect people like that. They're just
everybody is
completely misinformed.
yeah, everybody's so misinformed, and that's especially a problem with politics. Everybody is so
Oh yeah,
misinformed
man.
due to social media and due to these fake news websites that literally, like, imagine what the forefathers would think if they saw news in the media slandering our president, literally our leader of our country, being slandered and being called a bigot and a racist pig. Imagine. They're probably fucking
Yeah, man,
turning
that's
over in their
crazy.
graves. And I mean,
God,
and again, it's just
yeah.
like these people are all just going off of speculation and what they've heard off of CNN, and they don't do any research. They don't look into themselves. They don't tune into podcasts. They don't read the news. And I honestly
Every
think there should be a certain requirement of political fucking
background.
like education to be able to vote. I don't think that fucking ill-informed like seniors that are 18 should be able to vote for the president of our United States when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they get all of their goddamn information about presidencies and states and policies and the laws off of fucking Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting thing. Also, when politics divide people, I think that's ridiculous. Like, you can't, like, every leader that we've had has done some pretty questionable things,
Oh no,
made some
almost
pretty
nearly
ill-informed decisions.
nearly every president we've had has a shady past, but it's just the whole thing of these Democrats. They really just hate Trump for some reason. I don't know what
Here's the,
has he done to wrong them. What has he
yeah,
done?
here's the thing. People are afraid of someone who actually has a voice. Um,
Yeah, he's not just a puppet like fucking Obama being pulled by the fucking Clinton Foundation. Let's be honest here.
yeah, or, yeah, it's like anytime he says something that isn't like a manufactured statement, because I think he definitely says things.
Oh, he runs his
Um,
mouth.
yeah, like he could definitely do better people wise
Well,
in like just the interactions, in my opinion.
but
But
that's what I want out of the
it's
president of the
honest.
United States. Yeah, and
It's honest, and I mean, like, you can't disrespect that. Like, I mean, yeah, there's like I'm sure that there's things that like you and I probably don't know that he actually has said that are probably pretty problematic to a lot of groups of people, or a lot of people just living different ways of life, I guess. But like, he's saying his mind, and it's from him.
Yeah, and it's like even gays like Trump, cause gay like Trump completely supports gay marriage. Like people like gays were freaking out about. He was like, oh, he's gonna revoke gay marriage. But no, bro, he's completely on board with it. And it's great. And it's like I want my president to be so like fucking strong minded and to be strongly voiced and to have his opinions be out there and strong and not sound like a pussy because he's the president of the number one country in the fucking world, man. It's like act badass, act tough, because we are. We are the fucking greatest country in the world, and everybody in our country undersells our own fucking country because they don't like our president. They say that this is a bad country, Canada's better. It's just like, come on, have a little fucking faith in your country, dude. It's like my grandfather and my father and my great grandfather all fought for this fucking country, and you're gonna sit here and call it fucking shit and say that you just want to go down to Mexico? Like, okay.
Here's the something that I've been thinking about a lot too, though. the foundations of our country, and here, let me think about this. Yeah, so you look at how our country was built and the economy and just capitalism.
Yeah.
It's built on slaves. It's built on men being the superior.
The whole world
Not
was
superior, but like,
the dominant force.
yeah, it's ran by white men, generally.
That's
right?
I mean, that's not even the
That's
case
how it was
anymore. That was how
No,
it was
no,
built.
I know, but that's how it was built, right?
And I mean, and it's like you
Do you
can't
think
really
that-
say anything about that because it's like the whole world is built on slavery and men in power. It's just how it was.
Yeah,
I'm not agreeing with
yeah.
it.
But what I've been thinking about is like every quote unquote like empire, or, like dynasty, or just like world power. Yeah, world power. Every world power comes to an end at some point. Do you think we're vulnerable because of our foundations?
The only thing like right now, like the U.S. economy is literally the best it's ever been. The best it's been in the 200 and somewhat years this country's existed. Stocks are up higher. Black unemployment is down lower than it's ever been. There's not as many illegals coming in. It's like I think our country is doing strong and better than it actually ever has. I think the current state of our country, we're not at war and everything. We're pulling out of the Middle East. We have our own oil reserves. We don't have to suck up to the Middle East anymore and suck their cock for oil because, well, we have oil.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
with the whole immigrant thing, it's like, yeah, I do feel bad for those families down in Mexico. But what happens if we just let them all in? This just becomes another Mexico. We can't have that for the economy. It'll crush the economy. Because what happens is these illegal immigrants come up here, they make money, and then they ship the money back down to their families in Mexico. What's that doing? That's taking money out of our economy. That's making it so the American people have less money to flow around.
Yeah, it's a pretty touchy subject for a lot of people because they don't look at things like that.
Yeah, it's hard because I do feel bad for these people. I do. I know what the conditions are like.
People are people. Yeah.
It's like it's bad down there, and I feel very bad for them. And it's like I would.
What irks
Oh, you're saying?
No, you finish.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna say we should go down there and help them, but we can't. No matter how much we want to be charitable and try to help everybody, we can't. It would kill our country. We literally can't.
Yeah, yeah, what irks me about that is when they pin it all on our president.
Yeah, no, our president does not have supreme power. That's why he's a president, not a dictator.
Right. Like, people slander him and all this other stuff and just make up all these stupid stories like, oh, he hates these people, he hates whatever. He might have put a few sentences about people the wrong way, but if you really look at it and you really look at what he has done for us, he is our country's president.
Yeah.
Right? He's not everyone's world leader. He's not.
Yeah, he can't help everybody. He can't do it. It's illogical.
Yeah, and I mean, at least he's not putting us trillions of dollars in debt. He's not.
Yeah, no, he's finally
He's not allowing
He's-
like.
pulling us out of the whole
Life-
Obama dug us in.
Yeah, and he's not allowing like unnecessary
He's not fake.
yeah yeah
He's not like Obama. Obama, everybody says he's the fucking greatest president ever. No, he just had a silver tongue. He just knew how to talk. He knew how to get what he wanted. He knew how to talk well. He just pandered
not
to
the
the
best
audiences.
leader.
By all means, he wasn't the worst. But actually, he is regarded by some historians as the worst president of all time. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't have enough background in fucking presidencies and shit.
I wasn't really self-aware during his time of presidency, and I don't really
See, I was
look back at his time of presidency that much, so like I can't really say anything. All I know is that you got like the numbers say
see,
he
I was
tripled us.
see, I was huge, like huge into politics back then.
What he got out in 20
2016.
15,
Uh,
15, 16, yeah.
I believe the way the election works is that he was elected in 2016, came into Trump was elected in 2016, came in office 2017. It's always usually 6 months. It takes 6 months
Yeah,
for
it's
until the
formalities,
inauguration.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like in the 8 years he had, he didn't ruin the country by all means, but his healthcare didn't work. Obamacare did not work. I don't know who thinks free healthcare would ever work, but that shit is so expensive. Like people don't understand how expensive that shit is.
Yeah.
All right, Simon, what do you say we wrap up this episode?
Yeah, sounds good, man. It was a pleasure.
It was a
Thanks
pleasure.
for bringing me on.
It was a pleasure having you on, Simon. I very much hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
All right, all right, sweet. I will see you later.
All right, catch you later, man.
All right, cheers, man.